November 22nd, 1963 is a book that combines fiction and nonfiction, looking at the Kennedy assassination and the impact it had on people who had an intimate relationship to the assassination and that day. In 2003, I published my first novel, Mr. Lincoln's Wars, which was a collection of 13 short stories looking at the end of Lincoln's life, partly through his eyes, or imagined through his eyes, and also through how other people might have perceived him. November 22nd, 1963 was really a different process in terms of most of the research was done well in advance of ever sitting down and drafting the stories, or at least the individual pieces. Hours and hours in the Kennedy Library, looking through oral histories, documents, phone interviews with some of the participants who were actually at the assassination site. Researching November 22nd, 1963 was very different, say, than Mr. Lincoln's Wars, also in the sense that there were people alive who I could talk to, people who have detailed accounts on the record, who still give interviews, or even if they've died recently, have given a number of interviews. So there was a lot more information accessible. I was born in 1963. So while I grew up in the shadow of the assassination, I don't have the personal connection to it that the generation of the people in the book do. That said, one of my strongest early memories was seeing Bobby Kennedy at a campaign rally in San Francisco right before he was killed. I still remember the intense shock and grief the next day following the hope and promise that I just experienced. Although as a 5-year-old I wouldn't have understood it intellectually, but surely intuited it. I think I drew a lot on that memory that is so ingrained into me. What interested me was that how this moment, which was really a defining moment in our contemporary history, and perhaps one might argue in the history of our country, also became a defining moment for people who were involved there, often on the sidelines, people who had a 2 to 3 minute involvement perhaps in this, and it became the very definition of their lives and their identity and how they saw themselves. And trying to rectify that, trying to look at how a personal moment and a national moment came together was really interesting to me.